for you to run like a retail store, like bricks and mortar retail store. So let's go to Odoo/trial, and then that's the page you go to get a free database for 15 days from Odoo. So in today's demo, we are going to need invoicing, point of sales, and purchasing, since you have to order the products from your vendor, your supplier, and then inventory as well to track your inventory. So we have select 4 modules, and then invoicing. I've just we can point of sales. Of course, if you have a store front that you want to sell things to your customer, you need point of sale system. For inventory, it's a way to mark like how much inventory you have, and then it comes in really handy when and then it comes in really handy when you try to manage your inventory quantity and manage your product as well. And then for purchasing, this is mainly for ordering your goods from your supplier. So let's get to our main page now. So this is the page you get once you log into your Odoo system. And then as you can see, the modules I selected is all here. So very first, I'm going to show you the very first step of like running a retail store, I guess, is having your products. So let's go to inventory. I'm going to show you guys like how to create a products from scratch, and then later on we are going to order, like after you create the products, we are going to order the products from your supplier, and then we are going to set some reordering routes so you can run your retail store really smartly. So as you can see here, I've already created some products in the system already, but now we are going to create some new products. And then this is like the product ordering page. You can see it here. So let's put in the name first. Excuse me. So let's say sweater. WT sweater. And then let's select a photos for our product first. Wait, it's here. So let's say the look back sweater. I've got this photo from the internet. So this is turmeric, so you can save the color here. Actually, other than naming the colors in the product name, you can also create the varieties of the products, and then you can differentiate your product with size and colors. But that's not what I'm going to do here, because I'm trying to keep things simple so we can run to the next part as soon as possible. So this is a stockable products, yes, and then what catalog this product belongs to. And then as you expand the menu, you can see like I've preset some catalogs here already. And then so this is a sweatshirt, and then actually you can always like adjust the details of your catalog, adjust anything you are selecting. Simply click the bottom here, external link, and then you can just like name your catalog. You can change like the parents category, like which it belongs to, and then you can set your logistic moving strategy, just like either your products is first in first out, last in first out, or you can actually expand your option in the configuration part. But now let's say first in first out, and then costing method, we are not going to change it. And then since this is a demo, of course, like we won't have like detailed barcodes because we don't have the products here. But okay, so let's say the selling price is $139 and sales. So as we're demoing like a retail store today, so it's really important to make it available in the POS system, so you can actually find it in the POS system. So this is the vendor, which means like for this product, which vendors you're going to get it from, and then how much you're going to get it from. So usually this is like the reference name and the reference code you get from your suppliers, and then we're not going to work on it today. So this is the minimal qualities, because usually your suppliers do have an MOQ of a certain products you're ordering. So let's say for this product is 15 and this is $49. This is actually one of the way you can set your like the supplier's price list, and then but usually when supplier offer you like a price list, it comes in Excel, and you of course you don't want to like goes into like your product menus and then click into each items like separately and then click in the price every single time. Later on I'm going to show you how to input your like the price list that your vendor give you like all in once using CSV file. So and for now this is a you set up the inventory setting in the page, and this is items you get from supplier, so it's buy, and then you can actually set up the logistic like the weight, the volumes of the products here as well, which we are not going to bother today as well. So sweater, turmeric, yes. So now we create one of the products, and then we do have a few more, and then we can try to like simply you can see me just like duplicate the products that already exist, and then because they're the very similar products, so they have almost the same setup. And then you can see it here when you purchasing, like when you create a new product, you can see there's two very important box here, which is does the product can be sold and can the product be purchased. So can be sold basically means is it something in your system that you're ready to sell it to people, or is it like a raw materials you used to like manufacture to another products, but that's not what we are on today. So can be purchased basically means that does it get it from a supplier, or do you get it like maybe like you manufacture yourself. So this is another one. So we are going to work on the duplicate again to create the last color, which is white. So yes. So these products all comes in really similar like setups, and then I actually have to set the vendors again, but I'm not going to bother with this. So for now we have already create 3 products, which is all sweater, and then comes in 3 different color. And then now let's go to inventory to see the products. And then this is the inventory page you got, and then you can see like all the inventory I've already created here. And then you can actually also like other than the Kanban view, it also come in a list views, like you can see all the products with their details come in a list views. So as you can see here, for all the products I just create, we actually have like no quality on hand. And then let's look at another products that I've create, which is the t-shirt. And then as you can see, I've create 14 products in hand already. And then so for the products that we have 0 quantity in hand for now, so let's create like a vendor bills, and then to order the products from the suppliers. But at first let's make sure we have, okay, this don't have a supplier. So okay, so for all the products, for all the t-shirts product I've already created like a vendors, like where do you get products from. So let's go to purchase, and then let's create a purchase bill. And then first you type in the supplier you're getting your item from, which in this case I've set a company as a supplier of like this company I've created. And then you can add line, which is the t-shirt I would want to order, and then it comes in pre-color. So because previously I've mentioned in the product page, like when you create a product and when you link it to your suppliers, like where can you get a product and where's the product price for that such products, you also have to set like the minimum ordering quantity, which like automatically comes up here. Of course you can order more. Let's say we can order 30, and we can order 30 from here, and then Yes, and then that's one of the way you can get your products and then just confirm order. And then because this is actually a demo account, but if you're using a real database, actually it all links to like the contact details of your supplier, which like once you confirm the deal, it automatically send an email to the suppliers and then for a RFQ, which is a request for quotation. And once they confirm it, you can proceed with the orders. And then but this is a demo database, so such function are not available here. But you can still like once you make the order and then once the order, like you receive the order, you can click receive orders, receive products here. And then basically you just have to click edit and then just click in like how many products you actually get in hand after the start tick when they do the delivery. So let's say you get all your products here. Yes. So validate. And then which means you already have collect your products. And then let's go back to the inventory page we were just on. And then you can see like we used to have like before the purchase we have 14 of such of all the t-shirts, and now we have 44 products of the like 44 units of the products. So as we mentioned, like some of the products I haven't set up like which vendors you're getting your products from, and then another way other than like clicks into the products one by one, as I just mentioned. Actually, you can go to the purchase modules and you can actually use vendor price list. And then as you can see, this is a list of like in which products you can get from which vendors, from which quantity and what price. Let's remove this first, and then as I have previously mentioned, you of course you don't want to type in the purchasing like your price list from your vendor like one by one, click into every single products every single time. So what you want to do is you want to convert the price list they send you, usually it's Excel sheet, into what we call as CSV files, which is a very common format for all the ERP system to import and export their data. So this is actually a CSV files I have used. I've created as an example, tried to import all the price lists from the supplier I've created, which is Good Closing. And then so this is actually the internal handles of the products. You can easily find it by exporting the products and then link it to the products you're using Excel. So let's try to I'm not going to go into the detail of the CSV files, but I'm just showing you like that's something you need to easily import all your data instead of like typing in all into the system one by one. So now let's try to import the file I just show you guys. Oh wait, let me go back to this page first. So as you can see it here now, the system only have one single vendor price list, which is the turmeric sweater in turmeric color I just create. So now let's try to import the files. So yep, this is the files. Wait, load files. Try to open this. Yes, and as you can see it here, like once you load your CSV files from your computer, because like I've already adjusted handles to the names that according to your system, but if that's not the case for you, you can simply just change it from here. So to match like, so if the vendor gives you some Excel files that let's say let's say in this column, if the vendor gives you the files that in the price column they have the name of like cost, and then you can just easily like find the real handles like they've created and then just adjust it to put in something according to Odoo system. And then now you can click import, and then yes, and then you can see it here. These three columns is I just import these 3 columns, and it comes in with the minimum quantity and the price as well. So yep, so that's how you import your vendor price list. So let's go back to inventory. So something else people often ask is how do they manage the quantity? Like usually, of course, you don't want to like manually look at your like check your inventory every once in a while to make sure you have enough stock in your system. And just another thing, like actually for all the products, like for all the page we have just ran through, including product page, including like the price list, and also including the price, the page we are going to look at now, reordering rules. They all can be import and export using CSV files, which means like it can all be like massively done in one Excel sheet instead of like typing it and inputting it in the system one by one. But I'm not going to show you how to do that because I want to show you like how do you do that if you don't have a lot of products. You just have like you want to handle things one by one to make sure nothing goes wrong. So to make sure you have always have enough stock in your system, you have to use something what we call the reordering rules. Basically, reordering rules is something some formula say in your system, like once your product hit a certain like hit under let's say a set quantity, and then your system is going to automatically create a purchase vendor bills for you, and then you just have to confirm it, and then you're going to get like the ideal quantity you want in the system. So let's create a reordering rules now, and then just limit whatever, and then let's get to because I've created different price lists for sweater turmeric. So let's set the minimum quantity you want in your inventory all the time is 15, and the maximum quantity you want in your system is, let's say, 100. And this is quantity multiplied, which means like what is the basic unit of the products your suppliers is giving you. Because sometimes if you're ordering certain things, like if you're ordering like a bottle of like Coca-Cola, your supplier is not going to say like one by one. You always have to get it like for a can, maybe like 16 of it or 10 of it. But this time I'm just going to set as 5 of it, and then the lead time, which means like how many days it takes for you to purchase the product. So just save, and then so now we're done. We create a reordering routes, and then the rules actually automatically run it like every once in a while, and then you can actually set like either you want it one system to check the inventory every 2 weeks or every month, but also you can let's go to the so. And of course, you can always like ask the system to check the inventory like every time you want. So let me show you now. For now, if you go to purchase page, the purchase modules, excuse me, the Wi-Fi wasn't so good here, excuse me. We're going to wait. So let's go back to the menu of system. So if you're on the purchase modules, you can see like this is a servo like vendor bills I've created, and then we have 4 of it here. And then after I set the reordering rules, and then if you go back to products, I've set the minimum quantity as 15, and actually we have 0 in the system now. So what we have to do is we have to run scheduler, and then yes, it was done. And then after you run the scheduler, and then if you go to the purchase page, excuse me, yes, let's delete this one first. Wait. Sorry, I've made a mistake. Let me cancel out the other reordering rules to make things very clear for you guys. So, because they're from the same suppliers, that's why you can actually, I didn't show you the difference of the things which should be shown. So let's cancel this first. Okay. Okay, so basically like I have made some like errors. So what I'm going to show you is like this product wasn't in the wasn't in the request of quote for quotation list before, but it was automatically added to the system after I run the scheduler. And then which this is good closing is the supplier. And then like after you run the scheduler, as long as you're good with the quantity you're ordering, you just have to confirm the order. If you like think you order too much or you want to order more, just simply change the quantity here. Nothing too complex. So let's say I confirm the order, and then I receive the products, and then I validate it. Oh wait, I have to, as I just mentioned, I have to collect the products after stock take. That's like a crucial step of every purchase of your products. And then simply click save, and then validate the purchase. And then now you have all the inventory in your system. As we just purchased the products, as you can see now, we now have 100 turmeric sweater on hand. And then that's basically how you get the products from, and then how you manage your inventory. So now it comes to the very last part, which is the point of sale system, which is the most, I guess, is like the most common things that people will be looking at if they have a retail store. Like most of your staff, they spend most of their time, or maybe 8 or maybe even 12 hours a day in these modules. And then basically if you click into points of sales, you can see the shop A is one of the columns. And then if you have more store, you just have to simply create like more columns here, and then each of your staff in different store, they click into different columns. And then actually you can actually just like set up, link the columns to a certain POS or a certain like iPad, and then so the iPad can only get into the shop they're located in. So let's start a new section here. And then the POS system is actually nothing too complicated. It's basically a very nice layout and very nice system that you can actually link your POS system to barcode, to a scanner, and then to a cashier, and then to make things really easier. Make things really easy for your staff to do the daily operation in a retail store. So we don't have a scanner today. So basically, let's say the customer purchased some products, and then you want to give them some discount. You basically have to click into DISC, and then if they ordering like, let's say, more than one, you basically have to click like quantity here, and then you can actually set the price here as the number you want instead of like what is already in the system. So let's cancel this as well, like quality 1, and then the price should be 59. Wait, the price should be yes, because we click into 11 here. So basically, and then after every times the customer checkout, you basically process with your payment, and then click into like what is the payment method of the customer, and then because you can link this to, of course, the credit card system you're using, but that's not what we are doing today, because this is a demo. And then click into like what's the amount of money they gave you, and then what is the change, and then just like validate the dues, and then here's your receipt. And actually you can customize your receipt to put more details of your store into here, but that's not the topic today. So yes, so you finish a deal here, and then another function that is really useful, because sometimes when a customer bring some products into your counter, and then sometimes like but actually they're not ready for checkout yet, but you already scan all the products and you don't want to scan it again. In Odoo, you simply have to click like a plus button here, and then you can actually manage like 2 different invoice in the same time without like recreating the invoice. So it's quite easy, this part. And let's say it comes to the time that your store like all the staff is leaving, your store closed down for the day, and then you basically have to click close and then confirm, and then it would generate like a end of day report. You can check you either print it out, or you can check it like for management purpose. Yes, and that is the end of the webinar of my part today. Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you very much for sharing demonstration on Odoo's apps, how it's some suggestion for you how to run a retail shop with Odoo. And now comes to our Q&A session. During this session, feel free to ask us any questions, and then Shane will answer all your questions. So if you still have like any other question after this live webinar, you can feel free to send Shane an email, and then his email address is sso@odoo.com, and he will reply to you and to give you like more detailed answer through email. And so I see there's no questions for today's Q&A session, so it comes to the end of our webinar today. So thanks for joining, and then also thanks for Shane's presentation, and we will see you next Wednesday. Goodbye.
Thank you, guys.